Well, a very good morning, everybody, for Bank Holiday Monday, the 31st of May, at probably the UK's busiest airfield currently. What have we got? Well, we are still very much in the same air mass, and as much as David said that Sunday wasn't linked to Monday, certainly this morning is, because this is exactly the same rerun in terms of low cloud and fog, and I've been told there might be some very good photos of gliders in the fog showing how keen you all are. Low pressure remains out to the west, and that'll be more of a feature sort of middle of the week where there might be a little bit of a battle between, where you can see there, we might see a trough on Wednesday. But for today, we are looking still in the region of sort of light southeasterlies and fine weather, no significant activity. Those winds a little bit more southeasterly than yesterday, not much stronger than 15 knots, probably more like 10 across most of the central belt of England. But yeah, somewhere in the region of about southeast to south-southeast, and higher temperatures, of course, as that brings in the continental air mass. A little bit more significant sort of cloud across the centre of England this morning. We're just, as you see, on the central bit of it. We're probably just on the edge. And I assume that we're going to see this clear within the next hour or so, probably a little bit better than yesterday. But it might take a little bit longer to clear up towards Leicester, Birmingham and that area there, the closer you are to the centre. So certainly factor that into any plans that we have today. It will take a little bit longer to cook. The top temperatures today are generally around 22 degrees, and the dew point is probably just hovering around single figures. The public forecast is showing that we will lose the mist by about 10 o'clock this morning. Visibility will improve. It was pretty poor up until about lunchtime yesterday, and you can see we might pick up that southeasterly. Of course, here at Lasham with the southeasterly, it does risk a sea breeze front. Not quite as bad as if it was a southwesterly, but all the same, really, we just need to keep an eye out on that towards the end of the day. But nice and sunny other than that, and very low humidity levels this time of year, so dew points may reduce further than it actually says on the GFS. That's the picture outside. We can see plenty of fog and lots of gliders already moved onto the grid. I haven't even counted how many there are yet. And David's forecast, I won't leave it up there for too long, but it is on the website. He did issue it last night. And yeah, dew points probably just around 9 or 10 at best. And trigger temperature of 18 degrees today. And yeah, probably slightly better than yesterday, I'd say. Or hopefully we're not going to have a 2 o'clock grid launch because it means I don't get any lunch. And temperature currently of 10 and a bit and dew point of 3. And we'll have a look at Farnborough to see what they're up to. They have, yeah, broken cloud at 700 feet currently with northeasterly winds actually at the moment. So you can see it'll probably swing around a bit later, and few clouds at 4,500 feet later. Top Meteo is suggesting better day than yesterday. Good all the way up sort of towards the Cotswolds. Unfortunately, a bit east of us goes over Farnborough and down through the gap between Gatwick and Heathrow, so that's not very useful. You can just see the sort of caution that Top Meteo has got near windward coasts as that wind comes around to a southeasterly. Looks very good on the continent though. But yeah, generally reasonably good round down to the southwest, keeping away from coasts and up. I haven't got convergences on here, but maybe there might be. I'm sure somebody with Sky Sights might be able to see some convergences on the coast, perhaps. Also good up towards Husbos if any of you are looking to do something slightly bigger. Start times, well, this was a couple of hours out yesterday. It's not going to be an early start, that's for sure. This is showing probably starting midday. As soon as we get cumulus, it looks like we should get cumulus to about 4,000 feet above sight, very quickly getting very good. And I think we're looking over a reasonably wide area, sort of cumulus. It's about 4.5, maybe even 5,000 feet. Probably south of the A303 or perhaps even the M4, we might see sort of blue along there. So worth considering compared to yesterday, which all the queues seem to be to the south, really. And there we go. That just shows the queue. No real chance of too much overdevelopment or anything like that today, unless you go really far towards Wales. But yeah, reasonably good. I think better than yesterday. When does it end? Well, let's see. Cuts in down in the West Country a bit earlier. This is showing that we wouldn't lose it too badly until at least 6 o'clock. So yeah, where top Meteo always likes being optimistic, but yeah, as usual, windward coast or anything like that, if we look at the wind direction to see where it thinks it's predicting from, then we can decide how good it's actually been. Yeah, we can see this is more thinking of an easterly. If we get any more significant southeasterly, I'd say we want to be definitely back at Lasham by 6. Site forecast is fairly good. Yeah, we can see it picks up to southeasterly later, and cross-country speeds as we'd expect this time of year, and climbs of generally 4 knots, maybe even this afternoon, even over 5,000 feet above site. So yeah, pretty good. Sounding at let's go to Lark Hill at this, because that's been out of the fog. Shows that yes, we need about 18 degrees to get the inversion broken. Hopefully a bit easier today than it was yesterday. As we look at the soundings for this afternoon, this is Lark Hill at 1 o'clock. You can see a bit more chance of cumulus than yesterday, and 4,500 feet feasible with some chance of blue there, but a bit better towards Fairford there. That's 1 o'clock again, where almost certainly cumulus, and 5,000 feet with it temperature about 21 degrees or so. We'll look at that in the afternoon. I know it was showing something a bit odd earlier. Yeah, I'm not really sure if that will happen or not, but it does show that if you go quite far northwest, maybe the chance of a little bit too much cloud, but I'm not really sure where that's picking that up. As I said, have a look at David's forecast for a bit more information. Looking at NOTAMs, Solent active all day today between 6:30 and 9:30 this evening. We've got lots of cool flights to Gibraltar. Fairford active all day. That's the MATS and the ATZ. Obviously, you can go in the MATS for ATZ. They are quite strict on it. It's a big ATZ being the length of that runway. Remember, they have U2s, B-52s. It's not helicopter base, so treat that with caution and speak to Bryce or Fairford if you're nearby. Danger areas all around sort of Boscombe are sort of active to 3,000 feet as notified. There are it says here that yeah, we've still got issues with Salisbury Ops, Bulford and Everley as well. And I believe that we may need to look in a little bit more detail at the Lark Hill ones. Yeah, actually, as it's bank holiday, they've changed it back. So yeah, danger areas are generally active as they normally are today. We're active with intense gliding activity, notified 100 gliders. And I'll just check number 9, that's a question of events. But yeah, Fairford and certainly. Okay, I have a bit of airspace thing. I don't wish to grumble, but Popham have raised complaints about the conduct of some of our pilots, and reviewing some of the traces, people are flying quite close to them. A few people are not even calling. So it might not have an ATZ, but neither does Lasham. And Lasham and Popham have a very good relationship, and I don't want it being spoiled by people flying really close. They don't mind if you land out there, they don't mind if you need to soar local, but not calling them is going to cause us problems, and it'll be you who'll be sorting out, not me, because they are very generous at not charging particularly much for aerotow retrieves or for people to land there at all. So let's keep that good, folks. And also finishes, please, sensible, in the correct direction. Yeah, I'm not one that likes to get a band fun or anything. People that know me know that. So let's have a safe day and sort of keep our name clear, really, because I don't like it when people whinge. Tug pilots, I'll probably have a discussion with you a bit later, but obviously noise sensitive areas, be very, very careful at the moment, because of course it's all sunny and nice again. And we had some complaints, one vicious one from down the road near the Golden Pot. So yeah, just thinking about the noise abatement areas, and also Berkham House, who we do have an agreement with, and they're normally very pleasant. We need to make sure we're not going to overfly them, especially when we're 09. No need to. No jet movements today. That's a good thing. Bar and restaurant open till late again. I don't think there's too much else to say, really. Chiltern Park, I imagine, are active, as probably our old Sarah. I've not heard anything to say the contrary. And considering the nice weather, they should be flying as well. But yeah, expect to see lots of GA again, and first launch not before 10:30. I'm sure the task sheets will come out shortly, and those of you who are not on the WhatsApp group, speak to one of the British team and get your name on that WhatsApp group. There are links on the Lasham Facebook page. If as many people can get onto the grid as possible before we start launching, if you're at home going, oh, I need to get to Lasham and go flying this afternoon, get as early as possible so that you can not get caught up in the grid. I don't like it when people are all over the place. But anyway, that's enough of me whinging. We're gonna have a really good day. I'm sure we should get some better conditions than we did yesterday. So runway 09, we'll see you there very shortly. Bye for now.